Hello guys and welcome to another session of She Who Will Feast campaign. Our plan of attack on the Southern Kingdom is moving into its second phase with summoning of the first daughter. Though unfortunately the Chosen One is showing their true colors in being a real pain in the ass by building an alliance right as we are trying to destroy this kingdom. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be possible to really prevent them from happening. I will try to delay them as long as possible with the power, because maybe they will become tired enough to actually start thinking about going to rest. But I'm not really counting on it. I'm not sure if it's going to be immediately building an alliance. I think there's a chance they might just unite into one kingdom, which I really don't want to happen. Unfortunately, this plague was not as effective as I hoped. We didn't really have manpower to babysit it a bit more. I think we were on the cusp of really doing a ton of damage, but unfortunately the quarantine happened quite fast, and the second one is coming right now anyway. So unfortunately, I think the plague is not going to be doing as much damage as it could have, even though it has been fairly effective at distracting all of the heroes. But that's not really quite the effect I hoped to have. Still, at least the Shoggoth is coming along nicely. We got a nice Secret of Death from this. And now we're working on the Secret of Madness by creating a lot of unrest in here, this one village, because this Baron really likes gold and therefore is doing a lot of brutal crackdowns. And maybe they will be doing more, possibly. The next one also really likes gold. Okay. Let's see how things continue to unravel. We got some organized descent, we got this guy arriving, we got this guy in Shadowwing. We got a major sanity drop by 10 and hates Shadow. That's because family became enshadowed. So how did exactly organized descent work? It's not really applied just yet. Don't believe oh my god, those heroes. This is a really good hero, I have to say. It's fairly strong army. Well, party, I should say. Good, continuing fueling the fire. I think there's ruins right here. Oh, this guy also has a lot of menace, actually. So the Seeker must return south, I guess. They're not really good at doing anything other than lore, which is fairly useful in certain situations, but not right now. And I think the courtier is now going to work on gaining some money, basically. So they're going back over here, and then they're going to be working against the elves with the cursed one once they have enough money to actually give the cursed one what they need. So one more turn here before we start spamming spells. This guy can lay low. Oh, I forgot I cannot target the Chosen One. I can still split Shadow. Actually, I won't be able to make it on... Oh, will I? Let's see, who has some good stats? This girl apparently has the best might. I think it still should be able to attack, yeah. At least this knight is losing some health. So this guy got delayed yet again, but I think he's going to just come right back to building the alliance. Hero redeemed. An elf and shadowing. Oh, it's from the tomb. That makes a lot of sense. Yes, and this time I don't think we will be able to actually prevent this from happening. Which will have to be fine, unfortunately. This hero... Yeah, reduce unrest again. It is still going to be increasing by a fair amount. This guy has pretty good command. We could kill... Oh, there's ruins right here. We not only could kill him, but I think we will just straight up kill him. The nice guy likes gold as well, so... And they are going to be doing more brutal crackdowns anyways. Okay, this guy completely missed those ruins in the north. Too bad. Still can study. Oh, they didn't lose their arcane knowledge. I think that's not intended behavior, but maybe I'm wrong. You can influence those guys again. I think for the time being we're just going to be working. Yeah, oh yeah, humans had influence, and I think they boosted alignment again. Oh no, it was a message about humans having influence. I just keep misreading those. This guy has the same picture as the other guy, but it's actually a different person. I think we are going to change our religion, into just for the time being, maybe start them hating other religions, so maybe they will start some minor wars in the area. And even if not, it's fine, they will continue their spreading, and more around 300 turns, we will start switching them into spreading plague, even more plague. Actually, if we are going to be doing a lot of plagues, we might think about getting the plague doctor. Plague doctor is nice because it's a nice combo if you're going for a mage strategy, because they can create arcane secrets, which is a good alternative to just getting money and spending it in libraries. Which is an interesting way to have an Eldrich cult, just spending all your time in libraries. Tax citizen again. Yeah, but you're going down, unfortunately. So we have something happening here. A pathetic witness. This doesn't really matter that much. But I think we'll just lose 10 gold and it's going to be fine. So, do I wait 2 turns and just infiltrate this area? I think I will. Rest some health. Someone else was wounded. Or maybe not. Yeah, the heroes are being very proactive. There's no wars happening, which is usually something that keeps the heroes busy. And overall, the world actually started quite peaceful. Like, the world can very much start... Once I had the world start with big war between elves and humans, which almost caused the destruction of the world without my intervention. So things like that are very much possible to happen. But in this case, the world has been pretty stable, so the heroes can just focus on our actions, even though they obviously don't know it's us doing that stuff. They're not aware, but they are just responding to crises as they are happening. Which means that's why enshadowment is very strong as well, because enshadowed characters are less likely to act against you. But yeah, I don't really like playing with enshadowment. I think it's too easy and simple. And they didn't form alliance just yet, and the first daughter has spawned. She was the first of her creed and was empowered by some elder force to enter the scene of creation and make the world. Not us, some other elder force. The daughterhood. Okay, so the first daughter, it's a minor eldritch power that shows up. We got the nemesis, because summoning a huge demon is a bit of a big deal. The others continue their worship, insane visions, suicidal tenets of the faith, a lot of events. And here she comes, glowing and winged, inhuman servant of blasphemous powers. Or perhaps powers so holy that humanity has no place in their designs. We could actually probably have a good talk with those powers. She has 140 HP. If it was made with just one daughter, she would have less, I think quite significantly. Yeah, so basically it's she spawns as an army, and she can fight as an army, but her strongest power is that she turns surrounding regions into desert, and she can only work on desert, which is very convenient. And humans will send armies against her. So the most efficient way to use the first daughter is actually to keep her outside of the human territory, and she's going to be slowly destroying the cities that are in the bordering regions. And then as you can see, the army of the first daughter, as it's being calculated by the game, has profile and menace as well, and she's going to be gathering this as she kills basically the settlements one by one, and eventually armies of humanity will come and they will kill her, but in the meantime the damage might be quite significant, especially now that the humans actually didn't unite into an alliance just yet, which is very fortunate. I think, like, sometimes, especially when a religion spawns that's spreading awareness from the very start, you can have a super fast alliance. But luckily we managed to fight it. That was a lot of menace in the cursed one, which is unfortunate, but something we'll have to deal with. I think we might go either command or might. I want the cursed one to become much better at actual fighting at this point. Yeah, for the time being. Oh, she actually kept those daughters. And those daughters are not bad, but they're not great. 2 health is not excellent. What are the stats of a sellsword? They are slightly better than sellswords, but ideally you would have orc mercenaries. Yeah, 4 HP, 5 attack, 3 defense. Or actually, those are not using any command. So instead of getting orcs or those, we could go for an ogre, which is probably underground. There's one here, very far away. There's probably more underground, I assume. Yep. And one right here as well. So I think this is going to be the target. Once she lays down for a little while. But an ogre is going to be... ogre has a huge amount of HP. So they make a good tank, and the cursed one, decent DPS with might, 6 attack, and also the petrifying gaze, which reduces the attack and defense of the opponent hero. Very strong. Lay low. And you can see the limit of population. So now I actually remembered. So you can see the damage we dealt. We killed half of the city, which is not especially impressive considering it wasn't that big in the first place. And we dealt some damage in other cities in the area. And it is spreading all over the place, but it's not really destroying that much. Especially now that the second quarantine is hitting. It is doing some damage, but it's not that devastating as I hoped it would be. But you can see that the second number is actually the amount of population that is possible to sustain on this habitability. And this habitability is decreasing fast. Like, those 2 places are going to be destroyed very, very soon. Yeah, the numbers are changing. This guy, now we can insert it. This guy is ready. So let's get this done first. We are playing a bit of a flip and flop with the humans for the time being. But that's going to be fine. We got a new orcish upstart after being killed by heroes just a while ago. So this guy is probably reducing unrest again, being very annoying. He's pretty good at that and is doing the fairly often. Definitely removing this ruler is going to help a little bit. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good start. We also write periphery to spread even more unrest, possibly. Oh yeah, I was supposed to use power on this. Get this done quickly. And let's do a quick assassination. And yep, first city destroyed. This guy is having a live continuous event. So yeah, people, despite the anger at this fast satisfaction, we could be increasing unrest by a fair amount, and I think we will just do that. It's not going to be enough. But yeah, okay, so first city destroyed. We basically destroyed that entire kingdom over here, but those desert kingdoms are really not anything worth talking about. And not sure if the distance over the hexes actually matter for the power, but just in case it does, we'll move a bit closer over here. And the Seeker is free to do something. Could work a bit on the Plague, spread it a bit more. This is a very low priority, I think, at this point. This guy is going back to resupply, and then he's might be coming right back to reducing unrest. Do I just maybe try to focus on getting madness someplace? There's several ways to do it. For example, you can make a ruler of a place mad, and then they're going to spread madness to their own location. That's... There's going to be a lot of unrest once we destroy the city, because all of this starvation is going to cause a huge mess in this area. I suppose I could try to do it with the Seeker. But this is going to take a long time. It's 16 complexity, actually. Though you probably need to do it like twice to really deal all the damage to food supply in the area, and there's a lot of heroes. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of unrest in this area, but a lot of people are also going to be dying, so it's not really changing much. We got a hero redeemed, it doesn't really matter. I guess best thing the Seeker can do for now is just work on the Plague. The high lore really helps with that, so it's not going to be super effective, but that's, I think, the best we can do for now. Gaining 25 gold is pretty nice. And your profile is not going to be reduced anyway. Increasing profile is not that much of a problem usually, and I like gold. Alliance begins. Yeah, I love that art is just all over the place in this game. So the Alliance formed out of this kingdom, out of all places. Well, where's the chosen one? He's warning the ward. Okay. That's random. Kind of. I expected it to be either one of those kingdoms, but okay. Well, I'm actually not going to complain. Okay, losing 5 population here. A duke has become aware. Yeah, that this kingdom is basically the hotbed of resistance against me. And people are becoming more and more aware. This is going to be happening more and more as the turns pile up. We still have a fair amount of time. And we'll be gaining more agents, more powers as the time goes on as well. And yep, another village down. So we continue pushing. You can see 140 hit points sounds like a lot. But really, it's like 2 armies. Hero team doesn't really matter. Still reducing unrest. There's plenty of unrest in the area. But yeah, the problem is that a lot of those places are going to be dying, so working on them to increase unrest, I don't think it's going to be a really effective way of spending my time. Seven destinations though. Got another city down. That's going to be another way this is going to be helpful is because it's going to be spreading a lot of mourning among the various rulers and heroes. You can try to deal some damage to sanity in the area. So I think I want to focus this side first. So I'm going to be pushing fairly aggressively. You got this guy killed, very nice. This guy is still reducing unrest. The next guy is going to be significantly worse in fighting unrest. Even though it's still not going to be too bad. Do I just spam fuel the fire? That seemed like that good of a plan. Who has a lot of gold? You there. You're taking your gold. You got vengeance. The queen, actually. Oh, well, I guess she really disliked the supplicant, but she's not going to be moving as well, so that's kind of fine. Got a new seal in 10 turns. Novel strain. Queen became aware. A lot of stuff is happening. We just keep spamming the novel strain in this area. It's really good place to do it because it's lowering immunity in 7 locations with 1 move. And it's right next to ruins as well. It's pretty effective. Yeah, the quarantine, once it runs out, is going to be... the plague is going to be spreading much more effectively. We'll see. Not exactly sure what the plan is there. Okay, steal the treasury. Wars established, that's not a problem. Link low, excellent. They're getting an orc upstart. What did that guy do? Oh, he actually did orcish raiding. Or is it this guy? Oh, it's this guy. This guy did something. And everyone hates him. That's good. That means the heroes are just busy doing something else, even though it's not really going to be that relevant. This guy is much weaker. He even has a cursed item. Now the chosen ones hang out here buying some stuff. This guy would be killable, but not right now. Oh, the organized descent modifier was removed with the death of the ruler, which is interesting. I think it's because maximum unrest will lead to execute of the current ruler, so some of the unrest modifiers might be resetting on this. It does seem to make some amount of sense. Explore ruins. That's not what I wanted to do. I could have finished it, but at this point we got alliances forming with what kingdom? With this one, so another really tiny one. There's a lot of very tiny kingdoms. It doesn't always happen this way. And yeah, she was supposed to be looking for an ogre. No, it's modifier finder. And there's still one right here. So this is going to be the goal for the first one. Slowly dealing the damage here. And they are attacking the supplicant. How much unrest is he actually going to reduce? Because I'm not sure. He's actually pretty bad at it, so I could maybe consider slowing him down. The supplicant is actually stacking up quite a bit of menace. Yeah, it's by far the highest out of everyone. Is it time to remove the supplicant? It might be. It's a really good generalist, but at some point you need to think about doing other stuff. Yep, thank you for the monies. Some people might not like it, but that's you know. Sometimes things like that happen. What can you do? Let's go and lay low. Alliance formation. And yeah, now those guys joined the actual alliance. Troublesome. Though the thing is, if alliance grows really big, they're still vulnerable to civil wars. And the bigger a nation is, the easier it is for it to have a civil war. So they might end up regretting this in the long term. Where is their capital? It's here now. Kind of randomly. Okay. Doesn't really change much. Got another settlement destroyed. And those guys are taking some damage, but we're still going to be hitting them from here. So let's continue. We have destroyed 2% of the world's population. Not great, not terrible, I suppose I should say. Yeah, those guys are really focusing on fighting the disease. And mediating politics. Yeah, with a somewhat of push, this country might have collapsed to a civil war, but we are already hitting it with a plague and with first daughter. So I think they're going to be in a rough spot in a couple of turns. They still haven't taken any action. It usually takes the humans quite a few settlements to be destroyed before they even notice the first daughter is doing her thing. So let's let the plague continue doing its stuff and the first daughter doing its stuff. Some more noble strain. Orc suppression. Yeah, this guy kind of asked for it. Hero became aware. Maybe I should have suppressed the awareness a bit more, but then again, I was just not going for combat with my agents. Eldrich went back, doesn't really matter, lay low. The queen got enshadowed from mourning. Yeah, which is what happens when you kill a lot of people. I actually wonder, does organized dissent still work when lingering resentment is going to go away within the challenge? I'm not sure, so I'm just going to do this out of curiosity. It might force him to stop. Queen is enshadowing. Excellent. That means she's less likely to actually work against the supplicant. She's also aware, so interesting time to find out. This guy is also aware, but he likes gold too much to stop taxing his citizens. And another settlement. Oh, there's a place with really high unrest that I have Yeah, it's in the Dwarven lands. Let's actually take a look here. Is this... Where is it? It's right over here. Dislikes Discord. Well, first of all, how dare you? It's a great app. Second off, yeah, I think you're doing a few too many brutal crackdowns, man. I guess that's because he hates Discord. He really, really hates it. Okay, the Seeker, you have a new priority you're going to go right in a second. Oh, task cancelled. That's kind of what I expected. So I have two choices now. I think the supplicant is just still going to work on the plague, because the cursed one and courtier are going to be working on elves. The seeker is going to work on shock, or do I just buy the supplicant? But the plague is actually kind of still lingering in this area, and if we could use it to at least kill a lot of people in here, that's... And the first daughter can destroy at least this, then this kingdom is going to be very weakened. And this is a really good position to continue spreading the plague. Let's continue with the plague, as long as it's here. And conscript the ogre. It's going to be really fast. It's 5 turns. Really nice. Free command. Excellent. Shadow driven back. Redeeming the ruler. Purges. Yeah, we don't actually need death modifier. We got some intrigue temporarily. Not going to help on the seeker. Yeah, you can see a lot of death is accumulating in catacombs when it's a plague time. Makes sense. This guy is showing up. Load, novel strain. Seal broken. We got a new agent slot. X, finally. All right. They have full sanity. It's supposed to lose preference for danger. That was not ideal, but actually we really need to work on this unrest, because apparently it's not as easy to... It's already down. It's probably going to be coming back up anyways. I think there's just not that many dwarven heroes, which is causing them the issue. And the other heroes are not aware of the underground. So maybe I should have thought about this being the target. There's only one dwarven kingdom, huh? Cave spider. Hello. Is there anything you can do with a cave spider? Well, they are sane at least. Okay, so let's lay low for the time being. And then we will start working on actually bringing up that unrest. We could steal from our religion, but at the same time it's really not something we want to do, because they are doing some good things with that money. And I have a lot of power. I could actually just fire it up on something. And this is our religion as well. Yeah, let's get to it. Yeah, the unrest is a priority. Even though I wanted to work a bit more on the plague. Actually, the rulers in this area are really bad when it comes to immunity. So maybe we could have done something here. But anyways, what we really need is a new agent. Plague Doctor, no, we need right now an Orc Warlord. Orcish plunder. 3 gold, okay. Yes, might. We have a lot of recruitment points. Do I just send this guy to just start destroying this place? Without even thinking about anything else. Well, he can just kill this guy. Because he has 7 health, so it's 2 hits from him. And he has 7 versus 3 attack. Yeah, I could just take control over this horde, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, he fled. That doesn't happen that often, with orcs especially. We got another settlement down. Good. Those guys have... yeah, they already have some big problems. Shadow Regiment back, doesn't really matter. Hero Redeemed doesn't really matter. We can influence those guys again. And we can almost start doing fun stuff. The humans, they don't have any passive influence, but I think someone is working against me in here, which is pretty annoying. Oh yeah, they are influencing this Holy Order. How well are they spreading their influence? No, they're definitely working on it. Usually by the end game, every place belongs to a religion. And our religion is doing okay-ish. Yeah, basically, this half of the world, except the very northern part, is going to be this religion. So this might mean we will have them covered, possibly. And where's the orcish upstart? Let's hit him again. Yep, suppressed. We'll parade the head and take the banner, which means we can now take control of this horde. Which will be very useful, even though it would be nice to have some gold. So the orc might be doing some traveling before starting to deal some damage in this area. But it's going to happen. We got... oh yeah, the courtier has enough intrigue to just steal the money. Which is very nice because he's actually starting to accumulate decent amount. Another one has 63. Very, very nice. Do I continue hitting? I think I will move here and start hitting 3 towns at once. Those guys are also starving the tiniest amount. Yeah, you can see hunger is increasing in unrest like nothing else. That's coming close to 150. He's doing brutal crackdown again. Yeah, the dwarves are my hope for madness. Hero redeemed, no problem. And we have an ogre. Don't think I can manage the setup. The setup of your minions does matter a little bit. And it does increase the minimal menace, but that's fine. The menace, the cursed one might be dying actually after killing all the elves. It will have to do. It will limit my influence over the religion. But it might be necessary. She might, like after killing those elves we need to kill, she might just hang back around in some secret place to make sure she doesn't die and just keep her as a prophet. Yeah, almost half of our influence comes from her, so that's really important. Let's subjugate the fortress. Force established, no problem. And the Seeker is ready. Honestly, it's The Seeker is pretty bad at everything except Lord of Intrigue is actually 4. That's not too bad. Do I need 2 people in here? I need the Seeker to be here just to make sure they're ready. Yeah, Fluid the Fire. Crackdown is, I think, happening in a second. Yeah, there's going to be lingering resentment. The Chosen One is doing something that's not really threatening. We are subjugating a fortress. We are auto-saving. Do I put Infamous on the Courtier? Because this is one thing that actually reduces profile and menace even for people who are for the minimal amount. No, just skip stacking it. He's going to be dying relatively soonish, but for now he can just continue hanging around. We got this. Might as well subjugate everything else. Is there something to subjugate here? No, it can be claimed. It shows on the map as being part of this nation. I'm not sure how that works. There's no Orcish industry here. I cannot take over it. We can take the gold from here, which is the 3 gold pieces. We have 34. Basically, if you want to play with the orcs, you just build those forts everywhere and build the Orcish industry. So you have those armies and they just start raiding humans. And though the most junky thing I think is warfare with a lot of armies involved. It kind of works strangely in this game, so it's not something I often go for. It works best when it's just agents and relatively small amount of armies. Well, they're going for hunger, but with this small amount of overpopulation, no, actually it's not that small amount. But they're just going to die before the hunger becomes that relevant. Yeah, I think this is going to be end of this episode. The getting madness for the Seeker is proving to be a bit more troublesome than I thought at the beginning. The plague somehow is still hanging around in this area and still growing in a lot of places, despite the heroes trying to do something. So, well, it has to be doing something right. The second quarantine is going to be running out, and now those guys are actually going to be more busy with no, they're still going to be busy with the quarantine. No, not that much political instability, though we are hitting their settlements, so slowly they are dying out. You can see there's another percentage of population destroyed. Where are we getting our points from? Actually, I'm not sure. But yeah, GG. See you guys on the next episode.